Hi, I'm Reese Carter.
And I'm Jackson Cornwell, and this is The Worst Year of Our Lives. Let's get right into it. I woke up in a pissed off mood today, and I didn't really know what it was. I think it's everything. I think everything is pissed. It's the worst year of our lives after all, and so I just feel like I woke up and all of this energy was surrounding me, and I was mad, and I was like, as we're getting ready to film this, I was like, I should just talk about what I'm pissed about on the podcast because it's relevant and it is on brand. I mean, that's kind of like the title and everything. And so I asked Reese, like, would you want to do the same? And she seemed on board with it. So we both have little listicles of things that we're pissed things that we're pissed about. And I just think, like, we're going to start by going back and forth. And how are you, Reese, first of all? Are you...
Sorry, I was hearing noises. Did you hear that? The beeping?
I didn't hear that, but I believe that there's a lot of that on our street. Yes. There's lots of noises, especially in the middle of the night. Yeah.
I'm doing okay.
Great.
I'm not particularly pissed today, but I had a pretty pissed off week, I will say.
Okay. So you can kind of harness that energy for this segment, and we can let it out.
I always have things to be pissed about.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to get it out of your system. And like mine are some of them are big, some of them are little, I've got some variety. So I'll get right into it. I'll start with my first one. And this is one that I know you agree on and that I think a lot of people probably agree on. And that is slow walkers.
That's one of mine.
Okay, great. So we can both talk about it. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with the slow walkers. And like, I just want to preface by saying that, like, I think that most people who walk slowly probably can't help it. I think probably they're older or maybe they're disabled or something. But I would just say to those people, if you are a slow walker, and here's how you know if you're a slow walker. Do you walk on the street and do people walk by you and they're like pissed off when they walk by you? You're probably a slow walker. And again, I know you probably can't help it. Some people can help it.
Some people can't.
Some people walk slowly because they're inconsiderate and assholes and they don't care. Like, I'll tell you my story from yesterday. But a lot of people can't help it. And if you can't help it, if you must walk slow, stay to the side. Stay to the right side of the sidewalk so that the rest of us can walk.
The left lane is for passing.
Exactly. It's just like a highway. Exactly. And I mean, I felt silly even including this, but I'm glad you included it as well. Because it's so true. And when you live in a city, it's so pervasive, like all the time, everywhere you go. So my story about it was yesterday I was walking. And we just had a blizzard in the New York metropolitan area and the northeast sector of the country in general. It was quite a blizzard. I mean, worse than the last one. Honestly, I think it's the worst blizzard in my life. And I grew up in the Midwest. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. So there's a ton of snow outside. And when there's a ton of snow, it was the same way a couple weeks ago. The sidewalks, they could only clear out like a little path like that.
Yeah,
so
which is...
Yeah.
Why?
I know. It's inconvenient. It's one path. You have to walk single file. And so when you're a fast walker, we're both fast walkers. I mean, like I would say we're exceptionally fast. I mean, part of it's the gay gene. I think gay people do walk faster. It's I don't know what it is, but that is a thing.
Yeah.
But so I'm walking. There's this man in front of me, and he stops in the middle of the single file path on the sidewalk. He stops, and he's looking at his phone. And I tried my best to walk around him. Again, he stopped in the middle of the single file path, and the snow is like 3 feet high, so you can't walk in the snow. So I push past him, I bump into him, and he drops his phone in the snow. And he starts yelling at me like, "Oh, you motherfucker, it's not in the snow." And I didn't say anything because I'm used to people yelling at me in the street. Normally they're yelling, "Faggot!" So
I have witnessed that.
Right. So I just kept walking and I ignored it. But it pissed me off so bad because I'm like, dude, how do you think the world revolves around you? That's the slow walker thing. They think the world revolves around them. And like, there's no sidewalk for anyone else to walk on. So what? You get the whole sidewalk to yourself? Fuck off. No, you don't. There are other people in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. When we lived in Pittsburgh, I had a really hard time with that specific issue because Pittsburgh, there's no sense of urgency in Pittsburgh.
Not at all. No one has anywhere to be.
It's a little better here. It's much better when we cross into New York City.
Yes, yeah.
There's still some people who will walk in the middle, but there's always going to be someone in front of you who's also a fast walker.
Right, most people have places to be. And
there's usually a path, a trailblazer, if you will, in front of you to help you get by the slow walkers. But here, not really. It's like a medium. And in Pittsburgh, absolutely not. I would walk in the street.
Yeah, that's what you have to do, yeah.
Because they would just, I mean, the sidewalks weren't very big, and then there was no hope. So yeah, I would walk in the street all the time in Pittsburgh, because honestly, not only were there no slow walkers in the street, but the streets were safer because there were so many crazy people on the sidewalk.
That's true.
So yeah. So we're kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jersey City is like in between Pittsburgh and New York, but even in New York, there are slow walkers, and it's like. And the other thing is, like I said, you and I are exceptionally fast walkers. I understand that. I have very. I don't know how you walk so fast. I have very long legs. Reese is like a foot shorter than me, and she walks faster than me, and I don't understand how that happens. But I really don't. It kind of amazes me.
I wasn't always a fast walker. I kind of taught myself how to walk fast.
Okay.
But once I learned, I was like, yeah, this is the way to go. Because people don't mess with you as much when you have a sense of urgency about you, and you get places faster, and it's a good workout. So
that's true, yeah. But even in New York, there are days where you're walking and there's just some slow assholes. And then my favorite is when it's like a family of 4 and they're spread out 4 across, taking like the entire.
There's a lot of that.
What do you? And they're sightseers. The tourists are the worst in New York. I would think like the locals are better about it. But yeah, when there's like a tourist, if you're in Midtown somewhere, it's just. Get out of the way. Get out of my way. So that's my first one. I'm glad you agreed. So
yeah. My first one is pathological liars. So I am about to be 23, but I'm still very much 22 as of now. And I have met so many pathological liars in my life. Yeah. And it's kind of freaky.
They're everywhere.
They are. And one thing about me is that I'm like a dog. I'm going to sniff out the details. I'm going to catch you in your own shit. Like, I will catch you. I will catch you. Even at my busiest moments, I still somehow have time to catch a pathological liar in the act.
Someone has to do it. Someone has to...
And they're not smart enough to get away with the shit that they're lying about.
No.
They're just not. It's always some random little thing.
Yeah.
Or it's a big thing. Sometimes it's a big thing, but...
The thing about pathological liars is I think in a lot of ways it's like alcoholism. I think it's like it's an addiction. It's a real thing. Like Liars Anonymous, it's a real thing. And I really think if you're a pathological liar, I think sign the fuck up for that, because you can get help. You can be better because the people around you, you're right. They can tell. If they can't tell now, they're going to tell soon. And it's just embarrassing.
My biological dad is a pathological liar. And he's blocked. I don't talk to him anymore. And I don't think I'll ever talk to him again, because honestly, I felt lighter after I blocked him. I didn't feel like I was losing anything.
Heard that.
Yeah. But the thing that made me block him was he texted me at 2 a.m, probably drunk, most likely, saying that I was cashing his child support checks.
You were cashing them.
Yeah, me. And I'm like, I wish, bitch.
Right, if only.
Where are they? Send them over. I think you're making them out to the wrong person. I don't think we should be going.
Right.
No, I think what happened was he took us to court when I was like 16, and he owed so much money, because what he would do is he kept moving. He kept moving states. So I forget what it's called, but the thing that, because when someone owes child support, typically they just automatically take it out of your paychecks. But he kept dodging them because he kept moving. So when he took us to court, it was the same judge who saw us when I was a little kid. It's the same lady. And we were like, I mean, I didn't go. I wasn't really involved.
Right.
Which pissed me off, by the way, because I was like, this is about me.
When you were a little kid? Or when you were 17?
When I was 17.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, but this is all about me.
Right.
And I've always had a problem with that.
Because you have autonomy at that point. You're like, I should be able to have some say in this.
Yeah. And even when I was 12, I was like, and we would be dealing with shit, or he would bring up the decree and be like, well, I get to have you, this much out of the month.
What is wrong with divorced dads?
I'm a person. And I'm not a fucking object that you're like passing around. But I think that is how he viewed me.
Yeah.
As like an object.
Like property. A lot of parents do, I think.
So he ended up owing a ton of money. And I think that money was going to my college tuition.
All right.
But he was saying that I was cashing them. So it's like, it's this
just lying. Making things up. Yeah. No, it's bullshit. A lot of people just make shit up. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. I think they need to get help. I think they need to seek help and be like, why do I have this impulse to lie about everything? When you're lying about shit like that, it's like, what? there are real consequences to your lies. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. And sometimes lying is necessary. Sometimes you have to lie or like dance around the truth a little bit to protect yourself.
A white lie or scare someone's feelings or whatever. Right. Yeah. Totally.
Or like if you're interacting with a complete stranger who has no idea who you are.
Oh, I love to lie to strangers.
Yeah, like the Uber drivers.
Yeah. Or I love to like be like talking to like a random person at a bar and just like have you ever done that? You like give them a fake name and like you'll be like, oh, what do you do for work, and just make something up. It's fun. I mean, I'm probably not convincing when I'm drunk. Probably not a convincing liar. But it's a good acting exercise, too. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we want to lie professionally, I guess. So.
Well, actually, acting isn't lying. It's behaving truthfully under imaginary circumstances. It's lying. All actors are liars.
And we've proven to be...
Yeah, we're good at it.
Yeah.
All right. My second one is two-factor authentication. So I was doing my taxes the other day because thank you. I like that reaction. Because it is funny. It's funny that I'm mad about that. Why am I wasting my time being mad about two-factor authentication?
I don't know.
I'll tell you why. I was doing my taxes the other night. Taxes, whatever.
Yeah.
Boring. So I'm doing it, and I have to go on to my work's like payroll website to get my W-2s because everything's online now. I mean, I got what the thing is, like, because we moved last year and like I had like so many different W-2s and 1099s and different gigs and things. So doing taxes as an artist is fucking hard. It sucks. And I can't wait until I'm rich and famous and I can pay someone to do it for me. But anyway, so I had to go online to get my stuff, and every single website that I go on to, every single one, we're sending a notification to your phone, please send in the code. Every 10 minutes, I'm pulling out my phone to put in a code, and at some point I'm just like, why do you need another code? This is my MacBook. It's the same Apple ID as my iPhone. You know it's me. It's on the same Wi-Fi. I just authenticated 10 minutes ago. Why am I doing it again? It makes me so mad. I don't have the time for that. I mean, I do have the time for that, but I don't have the patience for that. I really don't, and I don't because then you have to... If you're doing it on the phone, Apple introduced a nice little feature, which is user friendly. It's nice where like when they send it to you, the code automatically pops up. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you can just click it, and like that's nice. But when I'm doing it on my laptop, I have to keep pulling out another device and keep doing this and that, and then sometimes they want to call you for the authentication, which I think it's an option. But I always think like, why would anyone opt for that? Why would you opt to get you have to wait for your phone to ring and listen to a voice?
For old people
or for blind people.
Dance up!
Oh my god, that was so fucked up. My what's the opposite of disabled? Able-bodied. My able-bodied prejudice worldview. I'm sorry for that. I'm not sorry about what I said about two-factor authentication though. Fuck that shit. I shouldn't have to do it for every website, and I shouldn't have to do it when I'm using the same device that's connected to my Apple ID. It's just like technology is supposed to make our lives easier, and it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yep.
I hate it.
Yeah, I wonder what's next, because I've also ran into that where, I've had to use different accounts or whatever, and I need two-factor authentication, or I don't remember all my fucking passwords because I have a million.
I know.
Because you're not supposed to use the same password over and over and over, because if one person finds out what your password is, then you're fucked. And they don't think that you should write it down. They don't think that you should screenshot your passwords. They don't, they tell you not to do anything.
Right, don't keep it in a notes app on your phone, which I do anyway.
I do. I have an entire thing.
It's just easy. It's convenient.
I have it in one spot. If someone wants to hack me, they're not going to find much to take, to be quite honest. So. But
you know what? I'll tell you what comes next. It's facial scanning and biometric scanning and things like that, which is more convenient, and that's how they're going to try. PSA, I'm going to speak about a political issue that's important to me. Say no to surveillance. Say no to it now, because it's going to bite you in the ass. It's going to be sold to you as this is more convenient than the two-factor authentication, which it is. It's more convenient to do a face scan or a palm scan or whatever. But then these corporations own your biometric data, and they will sell it, and it will come and bite you in the ass. So don't do that. I know it's easier. I know it's more convenient. Just go for the two-factor authentication, as annoying as it is. And it is annoying. And it is annoying, but it's better than having your data sold to fucking Peter Thiel or whomever wants to. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry to get woke. Not sorry. I'm not sorry.
This is a woke podcast.
This is a woke podcast, despite what some of the things we say might indicate. It is. Anyway, that's my number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is men in musical theater who lack spatial awareness.
Yeah. Speak on it.
We had Specifically straight men.
Yeah.
I find that gay men don't have this issue. So we had a freshman showcase our freshman year for our class. And I can't name any names, but basically.
I think you can name... No. If you're watching this and you know it's about you, it probably is about you. And
just take the note.
Right, take the note. Take the note.
So, in in these rehearsals, I remember we had that big group number doing shows in our little black box theater, we always had to have, in student theater, they have these literal black boxes.
They're tiny.
That are tiny, that are a foot tall, which... Those were hard for me because people always wanted you to...
box. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the actual boxes.
Yeah.
Because the way that people stage things in these black boxes, like the actual theater, they want you to use the little boxes.
Right.
And they want you to jump on them.
Yeah.
And do all kinds of things on them. And that was really hard for me because I'm 5'2". And there was one other person in our class who was shorter than me.
Yeah.
And she would never complain. She would probably be like, I had no problem with it. But I did have a problem with it. It was a lot. Okay?
That is a lot.
There was no, I wasn't going to be able to jump onto the box like how some other people would do and whatever.
Right.
But anyways, there was this part in our number where I had to get to the box because I was standing along the back row.
Sure.
And we had to do this zigzag thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I had to zigzag with a 6 foot tall, big footed man who did not want to let me get to where I needed to go. There's several.
Yeah,
okay,
they don't know who it was.
6 foot tall, big footed men in our class.
Yeah, there were, yeah.
So, whatever. But it's like he would change his mind every other rehearsal and every other performance.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, okay, what's he gonna do this time? Because he wouldn't just stick to his staging and like just let me go on the inside of him because he was so worried about where he needed to go. So there would be multiple occasions where he would just shoulder check or honestly hip check the fuck out of me. And wouldn't bat an eye about it. He would be pissed. And I've had that happen where I feuded, literally on stage. This happened in Legally Blonde too, where I feuded with another man in the cast who was way too comfortable putting his body on me.
Straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or bisexual.
Well, that's theater school. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that's happened multiple times where a man has tried to displace me in order to get to where he needed to go.
Mm-hmm. It's the audacity, and it's so prevalent if you're ever in a dance class with men like that and you're going across the floor and you're doing what are the turns you do across the floor? Can you tell?
Chaînés?
Yeah, chaîné turn. I knew that. It's a chaîné turn. And you're doing those. These men, it's arms 7 foot wingspan out. It's just bad.
Not spotting.
No. And it's
going every which way.
It's dangerous. It's really dangerous.
Yeah, I've gotten punched. Yeah. I got my hand split open.
Jesus.
Because a big-footed 6 foot tall man in my dance class fucking whacked the shit out of me. And I'm not in the way. I am not in the way. You are in the way if you are hitting me.
Big-footed is such a funny insult in this scenario.
It's true.
It's true. Hey, I'm not showing those for free. Not for free. You're gonna have to pay
for that.
But I get it. I'm one of them too. But you're right. It's something about because as a gay person, maybe it's because I always had to make myself small to avoid being bullied. And
I'm holding space.
Yeah. But I have had the spatial awareness. Not that I'm a dancer or anything because I'm not at all. But
strong mover.
It's strong mover. Exactly. I know what a chaîné is.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. These straight men. It's just and bisexual. Just can't handle it. What you were saying about the boxes reminded me of when I was in 7th grade. I was in a production of South Pacific, which is a weird show for a 7th grader to be in. Great show. I mean, well, you know, some parts didn't age well. Great music, I should say. Great score. But anyway, in one of the songs, they wanted us to literally jump onto the blocks. Like, not just like for me, if I'm getting on the block, I can just like step up and it's like, you know, tall person privilege, that's great. But they wanted I can't jump in my room because the ceiling is, they wanted us to like, ooh, like both feet off the ground, like froggy leap onto this cube. And I was like 12 and I was a little pudgy and I wasn't an athlete or a dancer. Right. And I was like, I don't think I can do that. And this choreographer's like, you can do it. You have to do it. And so I'm like, okay, I'll try. So I do it. I jump. I land right on the edge of the box and it tips backwards and I fall and I land on my back. And then they wanted me to do it again. I was like, I am not doing that again. I'm not doing that for this community theater production of South Pacific. No, I'm sorry.
You have to pay me. You have to pay me extra if you want 12. Me to do shit like that.
Yeah, it's a stunt. You're performing a stunt.
Literally, that's parkour.
Yeah, and this was a guest choreographer, so it's no shade to anyone at that theater because I don't even know who he was. He came in for like that one day. It struck me because I really hurt myself. I hurt my back.
I will say, because I'm a woman, people will look at me and be like, you don't have to do that. I don't know if it happens to all women or if it just happens like if you're, you know, because I'm small. I'm smaller than, I'm so short. I'm so tiny.
The wind could just blow me away.
Oh my God. No, I genuinely am a small person. Yeah. Like in a lot of productions that I'm in, I'll see pictures of myself with the rest of the cast, and I'm like, oh my God, I look like a 6-year-old.
That's like, real.
Next to all of these people. And it's literally because I'm just naturally small. Like, right. I have a short family. You've met them.
Yeah.
They're short. They're short people. My grandma's like, people. My grandma's one of the taller ones. She's like the tall one. But my grandpa is short, and my mom is short, and I'm short. So people will be like, get on the box. However is going to work for you.
Right.
But, you know, I don't think I'm going to have to do that again.
You're not going to have to get on a box again?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't think I'm going to have to do that.
I hope I don't have to do that either. I mean,
do adults do theater like that? Is there
professionally? I don't know. I mean, it is very much like a community theater or like a student theater thing, like to use the blocks.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to do, I don't know, I guess it depends on what you're doing. But like if you're doing like they don't do that on Broadway or anything like that. No. But yeah, I don't know. Well, you really don't see that often outside of like college or student theater. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully I won't have to do that again.
Those fucking blocks.
I don't like getting on. Don't ask me to do that. Don't ask me to do that.
Yeah, I understand. All right, well, my number 3, capitalism. Why are we still doing it?
Oh my God.
Just why? I don't have anything to say about capitalism that hasn't already been said. I mean, it's destroying our planet. It clearly is not working. People are struggling, except for the billionaires who exploited it and figured it out. Mm-hmm. Just why are we still going along with it, and why are we still doing it? And I want to be careful because I'm not calling for social revolution on the pod necessarily. But I just think like, why have we just accepted that this is the way? Because it doesn't have to be this way. And in fact, if we continue on this path, our planet is going to burn and we're all going to die, truthfully. Maybe not in our lifetimes, but it is going to significantly deteriorate in our lifetimes. It already is. So, and that is a direct result of capitalism and the constant production and all that. And not to mention that people can't afford to live. It just doesn't work. And I know people love to say like, well, neither is socialism, neither is communism, whatever. Maybe we don't need an ism. I don't know. I mean, socialism I think could work. I identify as a socialist, but
I do too.
The thing about capitalism is that I think it was, I don't know if I would say an essential step, but I think it makes sense for human history that we got to capitalism. It makes sense that that's where we got to. And I think that, you know, if we didn't have capitalism, we wouldn't have had the Industrial Revolution. We wouldn't have the amenities and the transportation and the quality of life things that we have now. Mm-hmm. But I think it's time that we evolve past that. I think we need to move on and say, this clearly is not working. It might have worked for a minute. It's not working anymore. People are struggling. The planet's on fire. So let's find a different system. And I'm just done with it. I'm done with the constant working and just everything about it. I'm sick of it. I'm pissed off about capitalism every single day. It's just a mess.
Exchanging your time for money is the biggest fucking scam I have ever heard of. Yeah. A lot of the jobs that people are working, they hate and they're bored by.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's physical or if someone's working corporate, 9 out of 10 times, their day is sending a fucking email and going home.
It's not a real job.
The majority of what people do is they try to fill in 8 hours because they can't just do their task and go home.
Right. Well, and if you're not working that whole time, then they want to get you in trouble for that. Like, you need to always be productive. Like,
right.
It's just ridiculous.
So the first job that I worked here in New York City was the first job that I could get, which was at a froyo shop.
Yeah.
And it was ran by some crazy Australian people who their whole brand was about Australian hospitality, which I don't think that's real. And these were probably the most unhinged, unhospitable people I have ever met. It was a complete joke of a job, but I was like, okay, well, I'll just do this until I don't have to do it anymore, right? So I show up, and these people, it was slow because it was raining. It was the first rainy day since they had opened. There was no one in the store, and they kept micromanaging everyone. And they were like, you need to make sure that I can't do an Australian
No, it's great.
accent.
Keep going.
You need to make sure that you're cleaning anything you see. It all needs to be perfect. And I'm like, holy shit. I am a grown adult.
I feel like Nicole Kidman's in the room right now.
I literally pay taxes. I vote. I pay my bills.
Yeah.
You do not get to treat me like that for any job, let alone for a fucking froyo shop.
Oh my
and you're
God.
going to micromanage me? I am so much better than this. I quit after 2 shifts.
Period.
I was absolutely done.
Yeah.
And I got some judgment on that from
from others in the world.
From multiple people.
Yeah, but that's your truth, and I think if you're in a job, a lot of people work shitty jobs and they don't have a choice but to stay with it. I think if you're working a shitty job and you're being mistreated and you have the option to not work that shitty job, take it. Don't work there. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, because there are people who get stuck in a shitty job and they're like, well, I can't afford to quit and try to find another job. But if you can, don't put up with abuse out of your employer just because you think you have to. It doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way.
Technically, it was a stupid decision on my end, but I'm really ballsy. I'm really ballsy.
When you found another job pretty quickly, it wasn't like...
Well, yeah, and I'm a witch, I manifest stuff, I make stuff work for me, I just put my mind to it. I've worked a lot of jobs and I've quit a lot of jobs since I've moved here, and I honestly, in the moment, I was kind of ashamed about it. I have no regrets.
What's your next one?
My next one is, well, it was lack of walking etiquette.
Oh, sure. We covered.
Male musicians who never listen to female artists.
Yeah. Speak on it.
So when I dressed up as Stevie Nicks 2 Halloweens ago.
Yes.
I went to a darty of sorts.
Day party, for those not in the know. For our Gen X listeners.
Yeah, a darty. And these boys, and that's what I'm going to call them.
They're boys.
Because, what the fuck? Kept coming up to me, and they were like, oh, who are you? And I was like, Stevie Nicks. And they were like, and these are supposed to be musicians.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'm not too familiar with, I know she sang Rhiannon, but, does she have songs of her own? And I was like,
don't even.
Edge of 17? You've never heard of that? Or did you hear it and you just decided, I don't care about this because it's a woman singing, so it's really not my thing. Because y'all will sit here and listen to Jacob Collier. Is that how you say his last name?
Collier, I think.
Collier. Jacob Collier. His songs are objectively bad.
I like Jacob Collier.
They don't sound good. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Okay, maybe technically they're objectively good. Let's say that they're objectively.
I know
good.
what you mean. It's not like easy listening. Like you're not going to put that on and like no. It's like it's impressive, but it's not. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I really tried.
Yeah.
I tried to listen to his stuff, and I was like,
it's
I
a
don't
lot.
think this is good. Y'all will listen to these men and recognize everything that's great about them.
Yeah.
But you don't know who Stevie Nicks is or what she's done. I mean, I don't think she's the greatest musician ever in history.
I mean, she's like one of the greatest rock stars ever. Like I think. Yeah.
And these people don't know who Anne and Nancy Wilson are.
No,
they don't know. They don't know any female rock stars. They don't know any female musicians.
No.
If you're a musician, you should be listening to all different kinds of music.
I agree.
And if you're only listening to men, it is because you are a piece of shit. And your art is probably not very good.
That's probably true. Yeah. No, and they love to discredit women artists as well. Like, we talk a lot about Madonna because we both love Madonna. Mm-hmm. And people love to shit on her and discredit her as if she's not one of the greatest artists
Give me a fucking break.
But yeah, no, people, they only see the value in it when it's a man. That's so true. And it's not just men. There are a lot of women who like music that are only written by men too. And you're right, when they think they're a musician, like, you should be listening to everything. Why are you only listening to male written stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, and what do we have going on now? Ordinary.
Right.
The Grammys this year, it was like watching a mega church. It was ridiculous.
You know, someone on the subway told me I look like him, Alex Warren, unprompted. I'm sitting there with my AirPods in. She goes, "Hey, you look like Alex Warren. Did anyone ever tell you that?" And I go, "No," and I don't think you needed to tell me that. I don't think I don't even see it, really. I don't
think you look like
I don't think he's bad looking. I'm not offended by that, but I just thought it was weird. I was like,
that's weird.
It's because I'm white and I have like red tinted hair. I think that's probably it, and like facial hair. I think that's what it was. But anyway, let me think about it.
That's weird that so you had your AirPods in, you had to take them out.
She asked me to take it out. She was like, "Hey, I'm attacked." She was trying to... No, I don't know you.
That's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
If someone has their AirPods in, I'm sorry, even if they don't, you don't talk to people on the subway unless you're like helping them.
Yeah, people don't want to be spoken to on the subway.
Let's make some small talk on the subway.
No. All right, my next one is sports. I'm done with sports. The other night we were playing Jeopardy on Xbox for Simone's birthday. And there's a way you can do it where you can make sure all of the categories are like the same thing. So we did it so it was all pop culture categories because we thought that would be fun. And, you know, when I hear pop culture categories, I'm thinking it's going to be like, which Kylie Minogue album was this the lead single of? Or like, which studio released this movie? Or like things like that. And half of the categories were about fucking sports. And it wasn't even, like, some of them I knew, like some of them that are about like really famous athletes, like if it's about Jason Kelce, hi Jason Kelce, if you're watching, hey, then I don't know that. But like a lot of them were like, match the studio or match the athlete to the sports team to the what word am I trying to find? The stadium that they play in. I'm not finding that, and obviously Simone knew all of them.
Yes, she wiped that category out.
I just hate how sports are everywhere. It makes me so, like, everywhere you look. And like, look, I don't want to say that there's no value to sports because clearly a lot of people find value in it. I don't get it.
Either.
But I hate that, like, people look down on you for that. Like, if you don't know what's going on in sport, they're like, "Oh, you watched the game?" No, I didn't watch the game. Look at me. Do I look like I watched the game? No, I didn't. And the other thing is that, like, sports news is so I like to watch the evening news sometimes, and the reason I do that is because I like to know what the mainstream media, what stories they're telling. Because I'm a news junkie. I'm very like up to date on the news. And so I some nights when I'm eating dinner, I'm like, I'm going to watch like the 6:30 news and see what's going on. And half of the stories, and granted it's the Olympics right now, but still half the stories are about sports all the time, not just during the Olympics. And I'm like, the world's on fire. We're all dying. And they're like, "Oh, in other news, this NFL quarterback just had a baby." Gee whiz. I don't give a shit. I really just don't. The Olympics stuff I find at least somewhat interesting because the Olympics is like, I mean, it's interesting that it's been like around for so long and it's like the whole world comes together and whatever. That's cool, I guess. I'm more interested in like the opening ceremony and the figure skating at the Olympics. I like the figure skating because that's artistic. But yeah, I can't with sports. And growing up in a small town, And being a gay kid in a small town, especially. Sports were so, just everything. Everything was about football, very Friday Night Lights. And the town I grew up in, the high school I went to, our football team sucked ass. Those boys were terrible. I was in the marching band, so I had to go to every football. I was in the marching band. Again, if you can't tell by looking at me. I was in the marching band. And so I had to go to all the football games. I never watched the game. I mean, I didn't give a shit about that ever. But, like, these boys in my high school would walk around like they owned the fucking joint. Like, they were rock stars. Meanwhile, they're losing every single game. But they still had so much, like, credibility and, like, what's the word? Clout. Yeah, clout. Clout is the word I'm looking for. Just for playing football. And people would be like, oh, do you play any sports? And I'm like, look at me. No, I don't. But it was just such a big thing. And like, so my whole life, it feels like, even though no one in my family cares about sports, which I'm so grateful for, if I had to like watch football on Thanksgiving, no fucking way. No one in my family likes sports, which I'm very grateful for. I see the knowing look you're giving to the camera.
My family likes sports and my girlfriend likes sports.
Yeah.
So it is my destiny and my calling to always have the overstimulating, screaming and whistles and noises coming from the TV at volume 27,000. And we can see the number 67 is going to the... And then the people who are into the sports are always doing this extra ass shit. Let me demonstrate.
No! It's exactly that.
And I'm really sorry, Basil.
That scared the cat a little bit.
And that is exactly my reaction to when the people in the house, I'm like having
you
a good
run
time.
Away.
I'm eating my pumpkin pie. I'm chilling out. I'm drinking my wine. And then everybody starts fucking erupting like volcano. Because a grown man in tights crossed the line. What are we doing?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's men. I mean, maybe if it was women, I'd be a little more interested.
I kind of feel the same way. Like, because the women athletes, I have a soft spot for because they don't get the recognition they deserve. Because most of the greatest athletes of our time are women. Like, if you look at like statistics.
Well, yeah, and this year they dominated the Olympics.
Yeah, they got the most gold medals of the U.S. team. Like, it's just an undeniable fact, but people don't care. It's about I don't know. It's just. There's no artistry to it. And like, not that everything has to be art, I guess. But yeah, it does. You know what? Yeah, it does. I'm not interested in just people running around and hitting each other. And it's just, if you want to play a game with your friends, go play a game with your friends. Go have fun. Go play. But the fact that these people are millionaires and the fact that the whole world just like shuts down to watch this and to... I don't know.
Even the kickers are millionaires.
I know.
I think they make like $1 million.
Yeah, they just run out and they just do like a... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
ridiculous.
They do a fucking bat ma.
Yeah.
But when I do a bat ma, I get $15 an hour.
Right.
That's fucked up.
It is. And you know what? My gripe is mostly with football. I mean, I don't like sports culture in general, but like football is the one that I loathe it. I detest it. I don't really care for any of it, but the other ones can at least be like, I can find the entertainment value in like baseball and things like that. Football has no entertainment value to me. And I just, and like, it's fine. It's not for me, but it feels like it's shoved down my throat everywhere I go all the time. Every time you watch TV, every time you do anything, it's football, all the time. I shouldn't even know who Jason Kelce is, and yet I do, and I'm in love with him. Hi, Jason. Yeah.
I know Travis Kelce.
Yes.
But only because of his girlfriend.
Fiance.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Taylor. That's probably how Jason came into my purview.
And I know about his wood because of her song.
He digmatized her.
Yeah.
That was quite an album.
That album is very, very bad.
It's really bad.
And I've been around a lot of people who enjoy that album. And these are people who are smart, capable individuals. I don't understand what's going on.
Taylor Swift has the girls brainwashed. I really think
scared.
That.
Well, that album is appealing to a very specific like type of person in Gen Z, and it's appealing to all of the moms.
Yeah.
All of the moms are like listening to Father Figure, and they think it's like the greatest song It's bad.
It is bad.
I just think it's bad. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger.
Yeah.
And you guys are listening to that?
How about I heard you call me boring Barbie when the Cokes got you brave?
Don't talk about my girl like that.
Leave Charlie out of it. Leave
Don't
her
talk
out
about
of it.
her.
That, I have to be very careful when I talk about Taylor Swift.
Why?
You're right. Why? That lady's weird. She's weird, and she's made some good albums. Like she was like the biggest artist of our childhood, like undeniably, and is the biggest artist in the world still. You know, but.
Besides Madonna.
Right. She's the number one of all time. But I mean, Taylor's like, well, Bad Bunny's the biggest artist in the world, I think, right? He's the number one most streamed. But Taylor, I just don't get it. And it upsets me that like the broad culture, the masses are streaming such terrible music. It upsets me. Because there's so much good music in the world, and I feel like people are really missing out on things. And that's not to say Taylor doesn't have some good music, because she does. If you go back to her older albums, like Red is good, and 1989 and things like that. But the new stuff, the fool. Also, she's a billionaire.
I know. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck billionaires. Fuck capitalism.
And she has, 2 private jets?
Yeah.
That she rents out to her celebrity friends. And I grew up a Swiftie because... I mean, I saw her and I was like, oh, I used to say I was her sister because she had like blonde wavy hair.
Well, I think that's the appeal for a lot of people. She's from like a small town. Like
And I was like, oh, Taylor Swift is my sister. And I would like listen to her first album and Fearless and all of that. And I listened to her all the way up to Reputation. And then I don't know if 1989, I think 1989 was before Reputation.
Yeah, it was.
So I liked all of those up to 1989. And then when Reputation came out, I was like, this is kind of weird. But I still found songs that I liked on there.
Yeah.
And then I, got a little bit older and...
Your taste developed.
Yeah, I started listening to, like...
good music.
Musicians. Not Taylor Swift, sorry.
Yeah.
But I guess, like... A lot of people talk about folklore. I never sat down and listened to folklore.
You couldn't pay me to.
I don't have the attention span for it. I have heard some good songs from it, but I'm not going to sit down and listen to the whole album.
I mean, people do really love that album. Like they say it's like a masterpiece. I've never listened to it either, so I can't say anything. But people do really love it.
But now people, like this new album, really,
it's just bad.
It was terrible. And the Tortured Poets
Flop
Society or whatever the fuck. Not good. Like... She is the Elon Musk of music. Like, like just keeps churning out bullshit. And I'm like, quality over quantity. How about that?
Yeah,
How about
absolutely.
You take a break,
absolutely.
Go away for 10 years. Go sit in a fucking, I don't know. Go cosplay a poor person, and then maybe, you'll come up with some more things to write about that are good. But
I really think as a billionaire, I don't think you can be a good artist. I don't think it's possible because you don't have... What do you have to write about? What do you... I don't know, like money. I want more money. I mean, that's kind of what like the canceled song is about, is just being famous and being I don't know. I don't...
The canceled song is so tough. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't.
My last point, this is a little more like... serious, I guess.
Okay. We'll get serious.
People who think that progress is linear. This has always bothered me. This comes up a lot in theater school. Because people want to encourage you to rehearse. And I get that. There is value to rehearsing.
Yeah.
There is value to practicing every day, doing your vocal scale, right? Whatever.
Sure.
Just because someone comes into class and they're worse than they were the last time they went up doesn't mean that they're not trying. It doesn't mean that they're not progressing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they're not putting the work in. If someone comes in every day and they suck every day, then yeah, they're not putting the work in. But if someone is good sometimes and then sometimes they come in and they have a low point, it doesn't mean that they're not rehearsing. It doesn't mean that they're not trying.
Right, they're probably just having a bad day.
Right. And sometimes you'll get something like, okay, if you do a really cool thing with your voice one day, right? And you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do that. I just did that. And then you go to do it the next day and you can't do it anymore. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, I have.
And it's like, well, what happened? And then you go to your voice teacher and she'd be like, I don't know what the problem is. And mind you, it would be like 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Oh.
They think that if you're not constantly coming in and you're perfect every time, or you're not getting better, well, that must mean that you're not putting the work in, or that must mean, and I've never been told this directly. My teachers have always like recognized that I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
But it's just like a culture of, you know, something must be wrong with you. Or like, you must not be cut out for this. People have an obsession with that.
Yeah.
And like, you're not cut out for it. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not cut out for it.
But no, it's so true. Like, and not just for theater, that's true for any industry, that like progress isn't linear. Like, it takes time. And like, I think like it's a byproduct of capitalism where you think you always need to be productive. You always need to be creating and getting better and making money and all this all the time. It's not sustainable. It's killing our planet.
Right.
But it's just like, it's not healthy either. And it's not, I don't know. I think everyone, no matter the industry, is held to a really high standard. And it's like, I don't know. It's not right. You should like give yourself some grace. Like, let yourself grow as you're going to grow.
Sometimes a part of being a human is going through cycles that go with you forever. And it's the same thing with growth and progress, and in any field, whether you're an athlete or you're a musical theater performer or a musician, or I don't know, you're a brainy person. I don't really know that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I don't.
If you're a nerd.
Yeah. If you're a nerd, I don't really know how that applies.
No, me neither.
But it's not going to be like a pretty, perfect, pristine little picture. And I feel like that's what people expect of you. If you appear to be, I guess, kind of lazy and like you're not doing anything to help yourself get better at something or move forward, then yeah, I think like criticism is necessary to be like, you need to be putting more effort into this, right? But like, if you do put in a bunch of effort and then, you know, you have an off day or an off week or an off month.
I totally know what you're talking about. And yeah, it's not healthy and it's not sustainable. Like, I don't know, we need to give everyone grace and we need to give ourselves grace. 'Cause it's just not that serious. No. It just isn't. Yeah.
It's not.
Well, my last one, the last thing that's pissing me off today, is monologues. I'm sick of them. I'm going to an audition tomorrow, and I have to bring in a monologue from a play, and this is obviously very typical for play auditions. They want you to bring in a monologue, and I just hate it. I just hate it. I don't think that, first of all, because then I'm stressed about, I need to find the monologue that's perfect for this thing, because I have a collection of monologues that I cycle through, but like for this play, like none of my monologues I was doing seemed right for the project. So I was like, I guess I have to learn a new one. And so I learned a new one. I'm still learning it because it's tomorrow. I haven't learned it yet entirely because I hate it. I hate doing monologues. And I don't think that it's a good measure of you as an actor. I don't think that like, I don't know. I just wish like these auditions, like just give me a side from the piece. Give me a scene from the piece and read it with me, because then you can see, first of all, am I right for this piece? And can I do a scene? Because a lot of plays don't have monologues, or at least not like a long, lengthy one that's going to take a full 2 minutes. They want a 2-minute monologue for this audition I'm going to tomorrow. So, and I'm like, what? Why? Just why? Why?
All monologues sound the same.
Yes, I know. Should we both give an improvised monologue?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go first. What do you know? You don't know a thing. You don't know a thing about me, or my childhood, or my family, or my loved ones. I thought we had something, Dan. I thought we did. But you're just like all the others. You're just like every other man, woman, child who's ever crossed my path. You're sick. God. I can't even look at you anymore. Thank you. That's my monologue. Okay, what's your monologue?
Okay, maybe I should contrast. Ugh, it's not going to be as good. Okay. I saw you yesterday. With her. Yeah. She was looking at you, playing with your hair, biting her lip. And then she leaned in and she kissed you. And I saw through the binoculars that I brought in my yellow tote bag that you kissed back. And not only did you kiss back, but you did it with tongue. So I guess this is it. I guess it's over. And I'm not taking you with me.
Bravo. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's basically every contemporary theater monologue that you've ever heard.
And there's no other way to act it. Like,
no,
you can
there's
try.
not. There's not. There's just not. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be corny. Mm-hmm. And I just hate it. I just hate it. Why are we still doing them for auditions? Why?
No, I think you should. Sides are very effective.
Yes, it is. And you can actually see. So for those who aren't in the industry, side is just it's just pages of a script. So it would just be like they give you part of the script and you do like one scene or something. And it is much more effective. You can actually see this person in the context of the play, of the role, whatever. Mm-hmm. But no, I have to learn a monologue for tomorrow, and
sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Holding space.
Thank you for that. So yeah, it fucking sucks. And then also there's like all these unspoken rules, and it's the same with audition songs. It's not just monologues, but there's these unspoken rules of, well, you can't do these kinds of monologues. You can't do a monologue from this playwright or from this decade or from this genre or from this actor or from like there's all these rules, and songs are the same way. You can't sing a song from this musical or from this year or from this Tony performance, from this act. It's just ridiculous. And it's like, I don't know.
I don't think any of those rules are real.
I don't think so either.
I think they're rumors.
Yeah.
Because there's no real rules to things.
Right.
It's like, it just depends on I think the best thing you can do as someone who's going to be going into a lot of auditions is learn how to read the room, and that's it. And like, do it for, I know everyone says this, do it for you. Don't do it to book.
Yeah.
Do it for you.
Well, because like this is your chance to show them like what you love doing, and like what you love doing is acting, and so like just go in the room and act and tell the story, and like I don't know, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being an actor. It sucks. I know. Another thing, this isn't on my list. One thing I'm pissed off about is typecasting. I'm sick of type. I'm sick of the idea of type. Like, it's so frustrating to be like, I could go into an audition and be the best person they saw that day. I could be the best actor in the room. And it doesn't matter if I don't look right, if I don't have the right look for it. It's just frustrating. And I mean, that's never going to change. It makes sense that that's how it is. But it is frustrating when you're like, I feel like I did a really good job, but I guess I just wasn't what they were looking for. You know? I don't know. It just sucks.
I mean, I think what's hard about like people like us trying to do theater is that who we are naturally is, and this is not coming from any kind of ego. I just want to be clear. Who we are naturally and who we were as children, we were very comfortable with going up in front of a room and performing or like being charismatic or being entertaining. And we were just doing that as we are. And most people who go into theater, that's why they do it, is because they're naturally performers.
Right.
And their personality is enough, right? But when you go to do theater, and you can love theater, right? Like, I started doing theater because I loved it.
Yeah.
You can go in and you can play these characters, and you can combine, like, you know, the character with you and bring life to them and all that. But when you go into the business part of it, and you see this capitalism and this industry that is ran by these assholes who have nothing but money. They're not artists. The people who are funding these shows, they're funding them because they want money back.
Right.
But the people who are running it, they only care about the money. And it's like, they don't care about you. They don't, especially if you're not already famous. It's really hard nowadays to like get cast in something big.
Right.
If you're not already somebody.
Yeah, there's not like people like being discovered in musical theater in the way that there used to be. Like there's not like a Barbara Streisand of like our time, or who's another like breakout musical theater star.
Well, that girl in Hairspray, right?
Nikki Blonsky,
yeah,
from the movie Hairspray. Yes, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, she was. I mean, she didn't book anything after that.
No, but she's famous forever, or at least like,
she is. Well,
like,
she's got her cameo checks. Yeah,
exactly.
I have 2 cameos from Nikki Blonsky. Fun fact.
I know. I saw it. I was very confused.
Yes.
I was like, how'd you do that?
Well, they were gifts. They were both gifts from people. It's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. That girl's crazy, and I hate like the typecast thing. We had, for our senior year of college, we had some casting directors that came in and worked with us, and they said to me, like, they said that I was going to be cast in comedic stuff. That's what I was going to be doing, was comedy. And at the time, I heard that and I was like, oh, so I'm butt ugly. Like, you guys think I'm ugly. And in retrospect, that's not at all what they were saying. Like, clearly I'm a funny person. Like, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I was really like really hurt by that. And I was like, well, how could you say that you don't know me. You saw me do one song. You looked at me and you're going to put me in a box like that. And again, in retrospect, I mean, I love comedy. That's what I want to do, honestly. So I don't know why I was so offended by it, but I really was. And it is frustrating that that's just like, people make a snap judgment about you and you're put in a box, and it's like, why are we doing that? Like, people are nuanced, people have layers to them. Like, yes, I'm very funny, but I'm also very handsome and charming, and I don't know, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I actually have the opposite problem. I came in with a funny song that I really loved, and they were like, I don't think that one, I think we should focus on the other 2. And I was kind of like, but I'm funny.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like Miss Drama.
Right. But you're beautiful and you have a beautiful face and a beautiful voice, so that it's like, but beautiful people can be funny.
I know.
Yeah. Clearly, look at us. Look at the material. But it's very frustrating to be told by someone else who doesn't know you, like, this is who you are, this is what you're going to do, and you don't have to like it, but it's the truth. Right. And I don't buy that. Like, I think that people can be nuanced and can do different things, but I think a lot of people hear that from a prominent casting director and they believe it, and they shoehorn themselves into certain things, and it's like, no one knows you better than you know yourself. And that's the great thing about being an artist, is that you get to be yourself and bring yourself to it. And I don't know,
and that's one thing I've noticed.
the Australian accent coming back.
I know, nerdist, that Australian hospitality.
So good. So good.
Terrible. I've noticed that the more of myself that I bring to any performances that I do, the more people like it.
Of course.
And I used to be super like, well, I'm playing this character, and I need to make sure that everything I do is about this character. And like, yes, you're playing a character, but especially in an audition setting, I think people want to see you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm focusing on right now, is just like, who am I? What do I have to say? What do I bring? Because I am the superstar and you're the superstar.
Yeah.
And even though we're going in to play different characters, it doesn't mean that we have to like box ourselves into anything.
Right.
And I've always had that relationship with theater where I felt like I was constantly being boxed in, because I would go to these auditions and I would be like, okay, what character is going to be good for me? I would try to audition for the character. Right.
That you think they're going to want you to be.
Right. Because as an actor, you know, for school auditions and things like that, you don't have an agent talking to you. You don't have a teacher talking to you. I mean, I didn't feel like my teachers were that involved with me. Maybe they were involved with other people, but I never had anyone being like, well, I think that this role would be good for you, or this or that. Or this.
I never had that either.
Yeah. And it was like, there was one person who helped me with that senior year, and that's because I went to her with tears in my eyes being like, why can't I get cast at my school? Because truth be told, there's no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Doing the way that like college theater does shows is like, it's so disheartening, and like it can really like fuck up your like sense of self and your side. Like, I definitely let it take a toll on me to be like in theater school, like not getting called back, not getting cast. And in retrospect, you look back and like, well, none of that shit mattered. No. It was the school play. It was the school musical.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it feels so serious because everyone takes it so seriously, and it does kind of matter because you're like, well, I want to have stuff for my resume, so when I graduate I have stuff on my resume, and that's kind of what it's for. But I went through a lot of the same shit of just feeling like, God, do I suck? Am I bad at this? And I wasn't getting affirmed from teachers or from casting directors or from anyone that wasn't the case. It was, I had to talk to myself. I had to look into myself and realize myself, like, no, I am really good at what I do. I am very talented. I'm hot. I can play leading man. I don't have to just be funny roles.
Right.
So, it's hard. It's hard, but it's, yeah. That was like one of the worst parts of theater school was the casting, and you do it every semester. God, I don't miss that.
At the very start of every semester.
Yeah, it was the worst. As terrible as auditioning is in real life, as much as it sucks, I would take it over auditioning in college a million times over.
Oh yeah, there's no stakes.
No,
really.
There really isn't. And in school there aren't any stakes, but it feels like there are because you feel like all your peers are looking to see. Well, because everyone kind of is. Everyone pays attention to.
And the freshmen are like, oh, who's called back? Who's good? This must be a measure of who's good.
Musical theater college really is just Glee. It just is the show Glee, and it doesn't get like it. That's really it. That's the best way to describe it. It's just like that. The stakes are just as high, the drama is just as, but yeah, when you're auditioning in real life, it's like, well, they either like me or they don't, and if they don't like me, I'll probably never see them again. So, whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm pissed off about today. Those things, yeah, and other things, but those were the ones that made the list. Well, thank you for tuning in for another episode of The Worst Year of Our Lives. I hope you enjoyed us talking shit, complaining. I mean, that's kind of part of what this podcast is about. I mean, it's like the worst year of our lives. Yeah. So make sure you like and subscribe and comment and follow us.
Leave a big thumbs up.
And all the other things. And comment below, what are you pissed off about today? Tell me. Because we want to hear it. And because I think you have to get things off your chest.
Yeah.
Anyway, join us next week for another installment of The Worst Year of Our Lives. Once again, I'm Jackson Cornwell.
And I'm Reese Carter.
Thanks for watching, folks. Good night.
Bye.